Hello my dear champions, I hope all of you are doing great. So in this session today, we'll talk about one of the most asked questions. Recently we've been doing the live and we saw your comments in the chat as well as in the comment section. So please help out with some of the requirements that you had. In those requirements, one of them at the top was how to clear backlogs. Okay, whether it is from first PUC concepts or second PUC concepts. So I'm here today in this class to talk about how to take care of the maths backlogs. For a student who is preparing for KCET, of course the exam is going to be in April 2nd to 3rd week, but how to basically take care of the PU1 backlogs, sir, or if I have backlogs in the chapters of second PUC also, how to take care of that. Okay, so we'll talk about this. We'll try to understand what is happening, what are the reason of the backlogs, how can we sort it out, how can we avoid these in the future. So we'll talk about all these things in this session. Again, don't worry, this will not be a very long session. A small class to help you with how, why and what and how to fix it. Will help you with that for the maths backlog. If you are ready for this class, if you think this will help you or this aligns with your problem statement, then don't forget to hit the like button and share this session with all of your friends, with all of your classmates who are preparing for KCET. The channel Diksha Karnataka is going to certainly help them in their preparation. That's a guarantee. Okay, let's start. So in the KCET prep, what happens, why it happens, what to do and what to avoid. We'll answer all these W's. First of all, what are backlogs? Let's understand that. So any math topic that is pending, that's what it's simply called, right? Sir, let's say I have a test coming up next week, and in that test first 5 chapters are coming, but I have the backlog of, let's say, differentiation. In the differentiation, I can have backlogs of, let's say, parametric form, backlogs of logarithmic differentiation. Now, those topics can be coming from in the backlogs for multiple reasons. For example, let's say when the concept was taught to me, sir, I was in school, I'm going to my college, but I missed those classes for whatever reasons. I was participating in some other event, I had to go out for a family event, I was not well. So that is one of the biggest reason where you have backlogs. Those concepts of the chapter those classes was missed by me. That's why that became backlogs for me. That is one reason. Secondly, let's say some concepts of integration, let's say by parts, okay, or some other concepts of integration is my backlog. Reason? Because I am scared of those questions. So whenever I get a chance to study them, I tend to avoid them. Okay, I tend to avoid them. That can be different type of backlogs that has been created. Okay, so it was never studied because I missed the class, I was not available, I was not well, all those answers. It was not understood or mastered properly. But yes, sir, I have learned it from the just for the sake of it, on top of it, but not in depth. I did not understand the questions that is coming from the topic, so I did not go through the in-depth of the concept. I didn't do problems on those. All those can create my backlogs of any particular topic. Okay, next, it was studied but forgotten. It can happen. A chapter which is complex, you learned, let's say, in start of your let's say ITF, you learned some questions at the start of your second PUC, but by now you must have forgotten it. But okay, you will remember because just now your FA got over, so you must have revised for it. But it happens. Let's say your first PUC concept, yes, you learned limits, yes, you learned complex numbers, yes, you have learned sequences and series, but you might not remember them because you forgot about it. It's very natural, right? For humans, human mind, to forget about things is very natural. But how do we avoid that? We have to do a periodic revision of those concepts. Periodic means at certain interval of time I should revise my previously covered concepts, the chapters. For example, sir, I can revise it, let's say, weekly first. Then I'll revise, let's say I'll do a weekly revision of those concepts. Then I'm gonna again call back or recall those concepts over the end of the month. I'll do quarterly. Like that, if you do it periodically, the concept stays with us for longer, and actually you get more refinement in these particular topics. If you revise it more than 2-3 times, you get refined in the concepts. Now you're able to understand this clarity with much more clarity, and that will help you problem solving for unknown questions. Known questions, so you know how to solve it, but unknown questions, that clarity is required. Won't you all agree? Yes. Okay, so these are the reasons of backlog. That's how the backlogs occur. Next is the reality. We feel that because what happens, we if I'm talking about myself, I'm just looking at my story, but at the same point of time, everyone's story is also going on. You are a student, but are you only one student? No. If you want to do it, no, do this activity. Go and ask your friends in the class. Even toppers, you ask, what are your backlogs? Just list the topics. Okay, you can ask friends, let's say who are average or not doing that well in the class. Go and ask them for number of chapters, but ask the toppers number of topics. So everybody has backlogs. They can have different type of backlogs, but yes, 9 out of 10 KCET math student do have backlogs. They do face this problem, okay, at some point in the preparation. But how do we resolve it? That's the answer I'm going to give you in this class. What did think when it started to fall out for us? Where did things go wrong? No plan, studied whatever felt easy. This is our priority, we always try to stick to this. Sir, relation function is easy. I'll always start with that only. Two concepts are there, one-to function and equivalence relation. I'll start with that. Yes, it is easy. You always, whenever starting the revision, let's say you started the revision for FA. Now midterms will come, start again from relation and function. Your pre-boards will come, again you're gonna start again. So my point is, you keep following the same pattern of solving revising the chapters which are easier for us, which you don't have to challenge yourself that much. That is a very bad to go about this particular revision trend. Next, skip the integration because it is, of course, we'll do it after examination. Once my exam is over, sir, I'll do 1 or 2 questions from here. If they are easy, I'll do it later. But that later becomes later after your midterms, after your pre-boards, after your boards, and then it will never come. Okay, so you got to prioritize integration because lot of questions comes over here. 18 marks in second PUC and 6 marks in KCET, 5 to 6 marks, right? You went in J depth for some chapters where you had to only prepare for KCET. What happens over there? You end up wasting time on it. Okay, you have to learn. If you are a KCET aspirant, you have to learn the concept as per the syllabus of only CET. Okay, it's not about how well you know a chapter. It's not about that. It's about, can you score high in KCET? Can you score that 150 plus, 160 plus in the mock test that you're writing? That is the goal. Okay, understood in class but never solved it alone. Means a teacher solved a question. Let's say when I'm coming to the classes, I'm solving 50 problems in a class, 30 problems in a class, but did you solve them again by yourself? You did not. So yes, you solved a problem from any particular chapter, let's say integration only, in the class, but you never attempted the same question alone without the solution's help. Then that can cause a backlog, that can cause a loss of confidence in those topics, and you'll never be able to revise it properly. Okay, these are small things, but it builds up to the place where you stop revising a concept itself. You always think, if a question comes from here, I'll not solve it itself. Remember, any student who's writing examination, they'll know what not to solve. Sir, I will not solve that one question on integration, basically on the by parts or maybe on the particular function or partial fractions, whatever it is. You will know what not to solve. How do you do that? By developing this kind of problems. Next, one skipped chapter broke 3 connected ones. Let's say I don't revise my relation and function. Then of course I will not know domain and range properly. I will not know how to find range properly. I'll forget about the graphs. I'll not revise ITF properly. This will build for a poor performance or poor study plan in calculus, right? Okay, next, the real math. 1 hour of class means 1 hour of proper lecture, whether it is online, offline. Okay, if I talk about just online, let's say 1 hour of class at least requires 1 hour of self-study. To cover that class content, lectures, theory, questions properly, you need at least 1 hour of self-study. You skip the self-study, what will happen? In the next class, you will not be able to retain this. Only 20% of the lecture you are retaining. And again, let's say I taught you today differentiation. I taught rules of differentiation, formulas of differentiation, and next class I'm teaching what? By parts. I've taught you, let's say in the first class, rules of differentiation, formula is involved for different functions, and substitution methods. Now I'm doing in the next lecture by parts questions. since you have not done this self-study wala part, you will not be able to retain all the memory, all the learning from the first part of the integration. And what will happen? You will not be able to solve the questions. The next class becomes completely a loss of or waste of time. Okay, so please understand, class lectures, watching lectures is good, of course do that, but you need to give sufficient time for your self-study as well. Okay, revising those questions quickly with the help of notes. Okay, solving a similar question from the textbook, you have to do that. Okay, next, 45, if you start doing 45 minutes a day, if you do 45 minutes a day, and if you do it every single day, and trust me, believe me, you will all know 45 minutes a day you can take it out. Not only for maths, you can do it for different subjects also, let's say. But my point is, if you take out 45 minutes of day for backlogs, covering the backlogs, that add up to more than 1,000 minutes per month. Calculate the number of hours. And that can easily help you prepare 6 to 7 basic chapters in a month. Basic chapters, small chapters of PU1 or PU2 can be easily covered in a month if you go and give 45 minutes a day to cover up backlog. So this is what is, when you talk about numbers, this is what happens. That's what you can do. Now, how would you control these backlogs? Right? What happened? Now, how to control these backlogs? Number one, this is what all of you avoid. Sir, I need to finish. Let's say I'm teaching you application of derivative, but sir, I've not done differentiation, sir. So I'll skip AOD altogether. I'm telling you, whichever teacher is teaching AOD, if he or she is teaching any particular question, they will give you information about that question in that, in that problem also. What formula is being used? What's the derivative of that? So please try to attain or attend the classes that is ongoing. Otherwise, you're going to simply multiply the backlogs. So today's chapter cannot become tomorrow's backlog. This pattern you have to break. This chain you have to break. Okay, stop chasing 100% of completion. This never happens. 100% preparation nobody is able to do. Okay, it's not about preparing 100% from entire syllabus. It's not about that. It's preparing those high weighted chapters so that you get maximum marks possible. That's your goal. Okay, get a decent rank. Okay, attempt the questions and move on. Do not be stuck in 100% mastery of theory. Learn the theory, revise it properly, and move on to, you cannot be able to think like a textbook. You will not be able to do that. What we think, whatever is in textbook, I should be able to recall in the same way. It doesn't happen like that. Learn it, apply it by question solving. Rule number 3, small daily time. As I mentioned, 45 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, that counts to close to 1,000 minutes a month. That's a lot if you consider, small chapters in CET preparation. Okay, easy chapters can wait. Try with these. Do not always go and start preparation with easy chapters. Try to challenge yourself. Clear one old chapter per week. Try to, whichever chapters is your backlog, try to cover up one chapter per week using, let's say 4 sessions, 3 sessions. You can provide 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 3 sessions you can provide and cover that chapter quickly. Do the basics, do the important part from that chapter. Next, which math backlogs to clear first? Yes, sir, I want to start with clearing the backlogs, but what to clear first is the question. Always start with connecting chapters. If you have few chapters like, let's say, relation and function, trigonometry, inverse trigonometric functions, try to clear those first, because that will help you build ability to solve or confidence in the chapters of calculus. So try to prioritize. Priority number 1 should be your connecting chapters, and next comes weightage wise clearing the backlogs. Try to start with connecting chapters and then you go weightage wise. For example, once my connecting chapters are over, I'll go and do probability of PU1. It's high weightage. Okay, I'll do maybe another chapter which is going to be giving me 2 marks. Limits I can do. Also a connecting chapter anyway. Limits is also a connecting chapter. Let's look at this. For example, integration will come for 6 marks. In KCET and second PU, you'll have 18. Vector 3D will be close to 7 to 8 marks here, and here will be again, let's say 14 marks approximately together. C and D over here will be 5 to 6 marks. Okay, and over here you'll have 17. Matrix determinant, you'll have how many? 8 for this, let's say 8 for this, and over here you're gonna have 16, I think. 16. Probability you're gonna have again CET may, if you include P1, P2 both, you will have over here 4 to 5 marks, and here you're gonna have second PUC, I think 8 marks, 7 to 8 marks will be there. I have to check on this, okay? I have to check on that. I forgot about the blueprint marks of probability. Now, this is the weightage trend. Again, these are the chapters that is connected in nature. These are connecting chapters. Connecting chapters. Trigonometric ITF, sets, relation function, limits. This will all help you solve questions in the second PUC calculus. Okay, sir. Next, why chapter order matters. As I mentioned, if you know relation and function ITF, it will help you in limits, it will help you in C and D. If you know limits properly, you can do differentiation, you can do AOD. So there are sequence of chapters you should do in that way. You should clear your backlogs in that order. It will help you out in your current or ongoing chapters in the class. Okay. Yes, now what to do and what to avoid. Let's look at what to do. Current chapters first, always, no exception. You cannot avoid this. Solve at least 10 questions from each of the backlog topics that you have covered. Whatever topics you revise, try to solve at least 10 questions from there. Clear this week's doubt before this week ends. Never push it for next week. If you have a doubt, find time, ask your teacher half an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and take list of questions and ask all the doubts. Okay? Don't keep the doubts for the next week, because next week you're gonna have new doubts. If you have this week's doubts, you didn't ask your teacher, next week you're gonna have different number of doubts. It'll keep becoming big pile. Okay, use KCET PYQs to understand, your guide for backlog chapters. Means once you revise the chapters backlog, how would you know whether you have done it right or not? Try to use KCET PYQ because you're writing KCET examination. So prepare based on that only. I have revised the chapter, sir. I'll use the PYQ to understand whether I've done, whatever I've done is right or suitable for my preparation or not. One backlog chapter per week, if you do that using 4 focus session of 45 minutes, 40 minutes, that'll be also sufficient. Okay, this is what to do. Next is what to avoid. First one, reading without solving a single question. We open the textbook, sir, especially in mathematics, and we're going through it. Sir, I've seen the solved example. Oh, this question I know how to do it. That is not sufficient. Just reading is not enough. You got to start practicing. Next is watching full lecture videos. Yes, of course. Let's say, sir, I have some concept problem in any particular topic, as I mentioned earlier, logarithmic differentiation. So go and learn that part. Cover the, the thing that is required. Don't watch long lectures, all the time. Yes, learn it once properly, but don't keep watching all the 3-hour, 5-hour, 6-hour lecture again and again. You have to be smart in the preparation. Use the part that you need to clarify. Download notes and learn from there. Go back to the video to watch the section that you need to have the clarification of doubts in. Okay, finishing easy topics to feel productive. This is very bad. Okay, just because you finish 4-5 chapters, which is easy, and you think your chapter is done, you are doing good. Not proper. This can actually misguide you. Next, group study. When you are learning, you should learn alone. When learning, learn alone. When you're revising, when you are practicing, you can do a group study. But learning, when you are doing it for the first time, do not do it in group study. Okay, waiting until you feel ready. This happens. I'm not feeling okay in the mood to study or start. Don't do that. It will never happen. Take immediate action to control your preparation. Okay, these things are to avoid and to take care of. PYQ method of taking care of math backlogs. So start with NCERT summary or short notes. This will be quick revision for your concept because your preparation is completely based upon NCERT only. Next is attempt 10 KCET PYQ from that particular chapter to understand whether you understood the concept properly or not. 10 more questions. Make every wrong one. Mark every wrong one means basically, let's say if I took 10 extra questions which is not P by Q, it can be a similar type of question, and whatever you have made a mistake in, make sure that you mark those questions. So mark those problems, so that becomes your mistake list or error questions list. You can revise them to not making those mistakes again, to not repeat those mistakes again. Okay, day 4 will be, this is day wise trend. This is how you can start and learn this. As I mentioned, 4 focus sessions. So session 1, session 2, session 3, session 4. Go back to mistakes and solve 5 more questions. So it becomes 10, 10, 5, 25 questions you have solved. Learn the theory, did in 4 different days. It means you have revised 4 different times. Because to revise over here, you'll do all the theory. If you do the 10 questions, again you have to revise or recall all the concepts. You do 10 more questions, recall all the concepts and revise, and go back to review your mistakes. You are doing 4 times revision of the same particular chapter. Finish this in a week. Okay, so you'll see after doing this, you'll have at least 70% of the preparation done from that chapter, and then you can move on to doing KCET mock test. Doing KCET mock test is very important. Let's say I've finished only 4-5 chapters. It's okay. There are part tests available that you can take up. Okay, make proper part test for those particular chapters and take KCET mock test. Take 60 questions from those chapters and solve in 60 minutes only. Yes, remember this, very simple. 45 minutes if you spend today and do it for a month, you end up having at least prepared more than 1000 minutes per month. That becomes 7 to 8 chapters of basic kind, 4 to 5 of good level, and that is very good to clear your backlogs. Start today to get back to the way it should have been from the beginning in your preparation. But it's okay, we still have time. If it was February, if it was January, then we'll be in the panic mode, but we still have 7 months of time before our KCET exam. So we can cover up these backlogs very nicely and try to score a top 1000 rank in KCET. It is completely possible. We have done in the past. We'll do it together this year as well. Right? Just have faith in us and have faith in yourself. You need to work really hard, but that is okay because you're doing it for your own, a benefit for your own self. Yeah, so this was about this session. Now before I go, I would like to share all of you that we have launched AIO platform, all-in-one learning platform. This is completely for free for all the YouTube student to access quality lectures of YouTube. You can also get assignment questions, quizzes you can write, class notes available. All is available over here. Let me show you quickly how to access the all-in-one page, how to enroll in all-in-one page if you have not done so far. Just give me a second, I'll show you right now. Here it is. So if you go and check, okay, if you go and check in our channel, okay, check in our channel, Diksha Karnataka channel, and if you click on any particular live class or recorded class, any of the classes, you will find over here written as join the free ACE KCET 2027 course now. This is a free course, link is given. Click on that, you will get to this particular page. Again, I have created my own login. Okay, so if I have to show you, let me do this. If I click on this page actually opens. This is regarding our free batch that we have launched for all of you. There's no charge. Click on buy now, create your own login information. So I have created my own login, I have done my login. Okay, now you'll find this YouTube course. It's a free course, okay, for 11th and 12th both. Click on continue. You'll find physics, chemistry, maths. Okay, physics, math and bio is added over here. You'll find all of it available in this platform. You find test, you'll find schedule, notice, courses. You can ask doubts also to the Ved. Okay, Ved is there to help you in doubt solving. So all is available and all is for free. Okay, and if you check, click on the maths and you get over here. You can access, can you see, notes are there, quizzes are there, all is available. You can watch it again also from the, you can click on the play button and watch it again as well, right? So this is how you access our all-in-one page. And remember, I told you all regarding our mock test, right? So if you are someone who is very serious and you sincerely want to make a very big improvement in your preparation, then do not forget to check our KCET test series. Okay, this is our own 2027 KCET test series. Last year we also had it. It was super helpful to all the students, all your seniors. You must have heard their kind words about this particular test series. Again, this year we also have launched, because we have more time, we wanted to do more. You simply click on the link, it will be given in the description. You can go and check over there. All details will be available in this page. You can check the test series is available to all of you. Starting from September, you'll have the access as well. The price of test series is 1499 for all the students who are not part of Pariksha Veera batch. For students who are part of Pariksha Veera batch, for you, you're gonna have a 500 rupees off on the fee of this test series. That's all I wanted to tell you about your mock test, about your AIO page. See you again in the next class. Any other thing you want to ask me, do not forget to put that in the comment section. Take care. Bye-bye. All the best.